Good body work.
Not me.
Look at Chris Rock.
You should have had that on camera.
I think we did.
That bit the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The greatest TV that was never seen. Fuck that. I'm setting that alley-oop back up again later on in this show.
Hey, but Chris got paid though. You see, Chris sold out after he got slapped.
You did commercials?
His tour sold out.
Nigga.
Like he had,
that payment is not worth me. Like, bruh, I got kids, bro. Fuck that. I got kids, bro. I got kids, bro. You not slapping the fuck out of me in front of my son. In front of my son is 18. I've been telling the nigga every time, nigga, I wish your little ass would.
He had will for
Nigga, how much said to him after Christmas?
And he was
this nigga
laughing
Every time I come in the press room, you in the press room. Working on our Stars Hottronic heat press. Using all the vinyl. Making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up. I'm out your way.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
We get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
That don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops? What's up, Smokey? I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man.
Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing. Don't ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they said? They said it's slow for real.
I'm about to just ask boss when we get our job that night.
Of course you can.
Yeah!
Yeah.
And,
Y'all actually won an award, the Boss Mag 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Y'all won for that media outlet thing.
man, I don't even know. Yeah.
Like, y'all won. He didn't even know he won it.
What'd you say? Who was it?
You won the Boss Magazine 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Congratulations!
That's legendary.
That's legendary.
Nobody
you
do
just
that afterwards.
said
You're right.
keep my wife's name out your mouth.
That
Nobody would
shit.
have believed it if he did not say that part.
He
afterwards.
had
Niggas
to,
been like,
bro.
yeah, like,
And
that was a
that
joke.
sound like some. That
But he
sound like some
said,
shit though.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth. He said, "Fuck you." Son, I can't remember what else he said.
because
Yeah.
Out of motherfucking mouth.
The thing about it, right? The more he acts, the more you believe it.
I got the shit.
Like it's convincing.
What
But
about the
hey,
apology afterwards? Wait. All right, look. Now, what about he only he did two different apologies? Because like if you watch the video after that, he apologized after he got his award, but he didn't apologize to Chris Rock. But then afterwards, he apologized to Chris Rock, and he said some weird shit like apologizing to King James, somebody's King something's family. Swear to God. Picture guy wearing a sweater. Swear to God.
I mean, it could be real. It could be an act. We probably never know.
Why you apologizing to the Academy?
But
But
just remember that these are like world famous actors that's performing this
They would've
at
told-
the
They
Oscars.
would have told the Oscars about
He
it.
won
They probably did
an
know.
Oscar for
They would've-
best
Probably
actor.
And
Right after
They would
that.
have told the Oscars about it, my nigga.
Come on
Like,
now.
and the Oscars needed this publicity
Bruh.
bad because
They came up off.
they
came up
juice
off
is
of that.
dying down, you know.
Come
They
on,
ratings
don't be
went
watching the
up.
I won't
Oscars.
watch that.
Well, nobody gonna watch that
Nobody
shit.
fucking with the
They
Oscars
better
since
on
black
real though,
since
for real.
black people boycotted the Oscars.
Right.
They stopped fucking
They
with
did.
it.
Wait.
They did.
Wait. And we leaving out the fact of like, yeah. Like, remember when we boycotted the Oscars, right? Jada Pinkett Smith said, yeah, like we boycotting it, and then Chris Rock said before, you wasn't gonna be invited anyway. Acting like he didn't already get his shit off to begin with. So that wasn't no motherfucking act. Cause you said shit about my wife, okay, cool.
Man.
I can't do nothing because I ain't close
Man,
to
who
you.
better-
But now you
But
say another joke next to me.
Will
What's happening
so now Will
Now-
Smith
now
now
you
Will
playing
Smith
with
is
too
this huge wife defender, but just a few months back, not even a year, it was all over the news that some man had an entanglement with her. He being interviewed by his wife, and she's telling him all the fucked up details of her actually being in an entanglement another sexual relationship with somebody else, but now
That's a
now this the bro that's that we like, oh man, he tired of people talking about his wife.
Wait. So what I'm gonna say to this is this. That's something that my wife made a mistake on doing. This ain't you playing with me now. Like, you playing with me. If first of all, you got your little joke off online.
But somebody fucked your wife, though.
Wait.
That's playing with you and your wife.
Bruh.
That's more than a joke.
You don't know what happened behind closed door when it came to that. But what I'm saying is, now, but you playing with me.
I thought he was talking about they had agreed to an entanglement, though. You feel me? It wasn't like she just did that.
No. Have you seen the actual interview with Jada and Will?
No.
You have to read his body language during the whole interview.
I seen him, though. He was hurt.
He was heated.
I seen him.
He was heated.
What they said was they are swingers.
Right.
But they didn't agree to that August Arsena.
No, hell no. Because he was asking her to explain herself. And
the door was already open. Like, if you are agreeing that y'all gonna be on some freaky shit, then don't get mad at me. I had a back door, you ain't see me do the spin move at. Like,
he probably told her don't have an entanglement with somebody that got as much money as me. Don't do that. Don't have an entanglement with somebody as rich as me, because then I know you will leave with him.
It hurt Will.
Right.
Wait.
No, but August Arsena, he a multi-platinum. You gotta think them nigga boy getting 20 million an album now.
As men, like, think about
he
this.
getting 20 million an album. August is pulling them knocks off of that album now.
he lit.
His tour selling out.
We can't take the same shit we put out, bruh. You feel me?
Hell no.
Ain't no telling how many entanglements Brody done got off already.
Hell no.
That's true.
You feel me? So if he had to take one on the chin, I can see him saying, I done got 30 of these off. And then you got me with one. Okay, I'm feel me? And I'm taking it in the public though. So it's worth that 30 because it's karma. You got 30 of them off. She get one off and you got one that got to sit there in it. So yeah, you're going to be kind of cool about it a little bit, but you're going to keep playing with me. Me and my wife, we got this thing going on. But you ain't going to keep playing with me, bro.
That's his wife.
That's Chris Rock, man.
That's his wife playing with him all the way around.
It's Chris Rock on stage at a fucking. It's a celebrity roast. Kick it. I mean, the Oscars is a little different.
Chris Rock has been slapped a few times in movies already. Like, we're not gonna say like he ain't had. He has though. He gets smacked around a few times. He know how to.
Will Smith roast. That'll be a better perspective.
But it's Chris Rock though. Chris Rock could turn a regular thing into a roast though, bro.
But if it was a roast, I could understand that. We not at a roast.
But it's Chris Rock though.
Dignified place where I'm here being honored next to my wife.
Bro, it's Chris Rock, bro.
I don't care who it is.
You do have to care who it is. You do care who it is. But it's context.
I wouldn't have done it. I'm gonna give you the perspective of Will. I wouldn't have done it.
Will Smith is the man that fucking ridiculed Uncle Phil. All them motherfuckers on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they was the butt of all of his jokes, to an end where I think a couple of the actors actually stopped fucking working there. So he's a fine type motherfucker to act like they can't take a joke. Come on, bro. Let's get to my bro Ronnie Raxz, baby. Fuck.
That's a banger.
I'm Vivian.
I'm Vivian.
I'm Phil. You let me say that?
You take a point from yourself and give it to all of them. Rex, take a point. Aunt Phil.
That part, we got Will taking Roddy.
There you go.
Roddy, bro. What's up, man?
Yeah, man. Come on. We got a lit interview. Come on, P. Bring us in, bro.
Yo. What's good? It's your boy Peanut, a.k.a. Dad Resource, man. I got my man Stacking Smith, Brody.
Man, what's going on, man? What's up, man? Welcome to the Legendary People Podcast. You guys, if you're watching, make sure that you go to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, ring the bell notification so you can get alerted every time we drop a new video. And make sure that you go to my bro Ronnie Raxz page, like, subscribe, ring the bell so you can get notified every time he drop something new, man. This is the Legendary People Podcast, and it's spelled just like that on YouTube, the Legendary People Podcast. We want to say what's up to our sponsors. Sheiks, they got the best breakfast in the city. They also a nightclub and a bar and grill. They sell all type of food, so make sure you go and holler at Ron C and Shorty over at Sheiks. Agnes All Natural Grill for lunch. They got the best lunch in the city, man. My brother, take a point.
Give it up.
I fucked up. I take a point.
I
literally took a point for myself.
You heard me, bro. Y'all say he couldn't wait to score on me. I'm getting mine.
You is so thirsty, bro, to take points from somebody. Like, listen, look, check this out. Go, my brother North, man. Got the best restaurant in the city, Agnes All Natural Grill for lunch, man. It's on 3rd and Wayne. Go see my bro. If you're ever injured in any type of way, call attorney Michael Wright, 937-222-7477. Make the right choice. TheShopArea.com is like the baby Amazon. Delivery is always free from the store to your door in 4 business days. That's TheShopArea.com. And when you want to get lit a little bit, do it with some Kiara wine. We over here pounding down. Damn, yeah, we already. Raxz and Tate drunk a whole damn bottle of Kiara wine before we even started the interview. We lit. It's going down. All right, y'all. And T-Shirt Kings, go for your mouth and camera kings, man. 4301 North Main Street, T-Shirt Kings. 50 shirts for $250. That's $5 a shirt. You can sell them for 10. That's a quick double up. You can sell them for 20 and make a quadruple up. Yeah, 4 times your money. Buy for $250, sell for $1,000. That's T-Shirt Kings and T-ShirtKings247.com. My brother Peanut Johnson teach you how to get a big old bag from selling stocks, man. Selling and buying stocks, man. So every Sunday he teaches this course on his YouTube channel, which is the Dash Resource Channel. Sell Stocks Not Dope every Sunday at 8 p.m. My brother B-Nut teaches you. I know Peanut and B-Nut, and both these niggas is right here, right now. Are you kidding me? But listen, man, my bro B-Nut, B-Nut teaches us. These niggas together. Damn, man, damn. I got mad. I got so mad. I got crazy mad. Look, bro, check this, man. My brother B-Nut teach you how to invest in crypto, bro. So make sure you hashtag Dayton everything you do on YouTube, Instagram, and anything else. We got blackcryptonews.com. We do it damn near any day, every day, but most likely on Thursdays, Wednesdays, all type of shit. Black Crypto News. Man, crypto is up right now too, man. So make sure you guys go and get you some crypto.com coins, man. Yeah. All right, so now I did mine. So without further ado, my brother Peanut Johnson, over to you.
Bro, good recovery, man. You know
yeah, man. Goddamn.
So like you didn't do who like fumbled the football, but you got it back.
Yeah. Well, we got Young Shauna Devine in this thing too, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
She got the best name in this industry, bro. Named by me.
Right. So I told y'all, this gonna be one of those type of podcasts. So man, it's already done exceeded my expectations already, man. But you know, so man, I say every single episode, bro. There is no legend higher, bro. You feel me? Some stories are just more legendary than others, and you got some people that are just polarizing in both, man. From what I've gathered already, man, my bro right here, Ronnie Raxz, is both of those, man. Shout out to my bro, man. What's good with you, man?
What's good, man?
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
Ronnie Raxz in the building. You want to introduce who you got with you?
For sure. I got my manager with me. Her name's Shantae Robert.
Fellow legend. You know what I mean? And my co-host right here is Jay. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call her today.
Young Shauna Devine.
Bro, I'm not going to remember that for like 2 weeks.
Young Shauna Devine. Young Shauna Devine. What is going on? You saying our government?
Her government is
yeah. Man, no, listen, bro. If that's her rate, it's her government on our standards. All right, I'm done. I'm done beefing with you the whole show.
All right. So anyway, so here on the Let It Be podcast, let us find out the origins of our legends. Without further ado, where'd you grow up, man?
I grew up in Westwood.
Let's go.
Dayton, Ohio.
Yes, sir. Well, where about, man?
I grew up right off of Kamer and down on Orchard. So, you know, like my mom stayed on Orchard, grandma stayed on Kamer, so I was right around all the whole area for real.
Word. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm from Lorenz, you know what I'm saying? L Block, you know what I'm saying? Right there by the store.
Oh,
yeah.
I
mean, you got to. You feel me? Westwood salute. So, like, what was life like an early childhood life like around Westwood?
Shit, I was bad ripping and running. Shit, like watching myself type shit. So I was like doing what I wanted to in a sense. Shit, and we used to be hanging out a lot at the park hooping. Other than that,
Westwood?
Yeah. Westwood Center, Wesley Center, all over for real. Even McNary, like so.
Yeah, McNary.
Yeah, everywhere. we park over, we bad as hell, getting in fights and shit.
Word. So, like, who was some of your early childhood friends?
Shit, I had a few of them. Like,
yeah, them day ones.
Yeah, I remember a lot from the block. We got Josh Verdell, like, we call him fat ass. He locked up right now doing a body, bid for a body. Rad, he's still free. His brother Brian, they was right there off of Oak Ridge. We had PD and little Brian, and a few more guys, but that was mainly my circle. Quan, a couple guys like that. We had started a little thing called 313 back in the day. It was.
Wait. We ain't going that far yet. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? We going in the early stages of your life. So, like, what elementary school did you go to?
Elementary?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we back there, bro. Nigga, like we back there.
I was an Edison baby.
Edison?
Yeah.
So, like, what kind of student was you?
I was one of those students who I thought I knew more than what the teacher knew, so I was trying to teach the class. I was on one. I wasn't paying attention, but the crazy thing was that when I did do my assignments, I aced them. So they kind of thought that I was smarter than what I was portraying. So they gave me like more curriculum, try to keep me out of trouble. Then after I finished that, I just annoyed the whole class type shit.
Right. So when you get a chance to get to that family life, so like, did you grow up with your mom, your dad? You got any siblings?
I have a sibling, and I have god siblings. So like, my mother, she was a really big heart. You know what I mean? Like, she took in family. Like, it could be close friends, and they instantly be family, like, just over during a period of time. So, like, we really only biologically had my brother as my sibling, but, you know, I had a bigger family coming up. So, I had other brothers, you know, my big, Nicole, Lynn, and so, like, and so forth. So, my mom, she was really into the community, you feel me? So that's kind of what it was. Like, you feel me? She was a single mother, so she used the village around her, you feel me, to raise us type shit.
Word. So, like, what about Pops? Like, was Pops around at all? Like, what was that situation like?
My biological father, he passed away when I was 11 years old. He was incarcerated. I never met him. Now, the person I call my dad that I tattooed on my face when he passed, Roger Thomas, he raised me since I was 7 months. So, like, he was the only person father figure who I knew in my life. He was a real army head, strong worded, you know what he say go type, you feel me? So me and him bump heads a little bit, but I always seen it his way at the end of the day, because it always was right, you feel me? Like, I just was hard headed as hell.
Like, tell us one of them good old stories about your dad that was in your life.
Shit. Oh wait, what kind of story? I mean, there's so many damn stories.
Yeah, it could be one of them. Like typically, I've done 90-something interviews. The very first story you think about, generally the one.
All right. I remember there was this time we went to go play basketball and shit. I've been trying to get them to go hoop. Pop's been talking shit, been trying to beat on them. So it was me and my little cousin. He brought my little brother. We went to go hoop. We knew this ducked off ass park out in Jefferson. Yeah. I'm talking about, look like somebody gonna come out the woods and pop your ass. Like, oh God. They talking about the ball. I went in the woods talking about, so who gonna get it? I'm gonna get that ball. Going on. But that shit was right that day. It was like, I seen my dad really like be playful and see him be childish because he ain't never showed them type of his side, you feel me? So like, it was that kind of day that kind of resented so much with me to see like, damn, he really, you feel me, showing his true colors. Like, he really got a heart. He really down to earth for real, and like, that's like when he kind of start to open up, like when I got older. But that was one of my most memories when we was out there on the court, like balling and shit. Like,
That's hard, man. So, like, did mom ever tell you any stories about like your biological dad, like any reason why he wasn't around, anything like that?
She used to tell me he was always in prison, in and out of prison. She said that he used to sell drugs and shit. So I was like, all right. I mean, shit. I mean, it's like you can't really miss who you ain't never met. You
right.
know what I mean? So.
But did your mom ever say, like, is there any characteristics that like feel like you acting like your dad? Any moments like that?
You know, it's crazy. It was never moments like that. Like, she ain't never told me I acted like him. She never even, like, shit, she damn near, it just act like I never even had a dad before Roger. Like, she it's kind of like she kind of wanted to push that out of my mind. And like when I found out he passed, she kind of ain't want to tell me. She was in the room crying and shit. I pulled up on her and shit. You know, I imagine I'm 11, so I don't really know what's going on. And I'm like, what's going on, Ma? You cool? You feel me? You know, you naturally feel some type of way when your mama hurting.
Absolutely.
So she got this letter in her hand, kind of folded up and shit, but she kind of tucking it. And I'm like, Mama, you cool? I'm trying to hug her. And she was like, yeah, I just don't know what I'm going to do, how I'm going to tell you. I don't know how to explain this to you, but you just deserve to know the truth and shit. So I'm like, damn, what's going on? I'm thinking I'm about to die. I'm like, I see a paper. I'm thinking it's from the doctor. I don't know what's going on. I'm playing sports and shit. So I'm like, man, I'm gone. So she tell me like, you know, I know you always wanted to say you wanted to meet your real dad and all this, but you know, I'm sorry you ain't never gonna be able to meet him. I just found out that he just passed away and all this and the third and shit. And I'm like, damn, I ain't know how to take that. I'm like, So, you know, I naturally was hurt. I was salty and mad. And then kind of had anger towards her because I felt like if she knew he was locked up, I could have kind of reached out to him and shit. Because I knew like it was some way for me to reach out to people incarcerated when I was young. My older cousin used to call home from the bank, so but I got over that shit, and I always kept love in my heart for him because when I got out after doing my second number, my first number, I had met my family on my dad's side and like seeing like, damn, okay, these people really is my blood. Like they acted like me in so many ways.
What's some of the similarities?
Like they all had hustles. They all was in the mix. Like it wasn't nobody that did anything just straightforward. Everybody active, like, you feel me? And then if they wasn't, they wanted to be, you feel me? And then that's how I am, you know? I just can't sit around and be content with what they subject us to take as living, you feel me? Like, I just can't.
So, yeah, man, so, like, bro, like, that's a powerful story, man. Already, I'm pretty sure we still got, it's like a ways to go. So, where'd you go from middle school?
Middle school, I went, moved us out to West Carrollton. So I went to middle school in West Carrollton for a minute.
So Smed's joke ain't too timely now. He said I live in West Carrollton. Remember earlier?
Kettering. I was born in Kettering. I was born in fucking Kettering, okay? Born, not moved, born. You can take. Good looking. You can. You can take a nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of a nigga.
Right.
Ask Ronnie Raxz.
And that's why it got crazier and funnier out there for real.
Right. So like walk us through that moment of you feeling like, wait a minute, this element is different, but I'm still me authentically.
It was like when you had a brain, it was like, boy, I'm about to run circles around. You just do whatever you wanted to do, get away with it, all type of shit. It was like, it was a whole nother element.
What was some of the shit like you got away with?
I used to use the race car sometimes when I was younger, bro. I used to know, like, I'd be like, are you picking on me because I'm black? And they just walk off. I'm like,
right.
I'll be like, oh, that worked. Shit. Yeah. I'm out of school. I'm in the hallway.
Anytime you need it.
Type, like, don't let it
Did
get,
you
don't
think
take
that they was actually messing with you because you was black when you said that, or no?
No.
Well, I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you they were. You were right, man. They was actually fucking with you strictly because you were black. That's true, man. I went in West Carrollton High School one time when Lil Smed went there.
Okay.
Bro, why they have like a nigga getting like bullied a little bit on the wall as a picture, and then that mother, and that shit said, "Hey, bro, the shit said tolerance on it." I'm like, what the fuck going on out here? They gotta fucking remind they students to tolerate niggas in this school. It was a for real graphic on the wall. The shit was in the office. It was a picture. I went in the office.
No, he ain't lying. They got all type of little bullshit ass saying throughout the whole school. He ain't lying. And in the office,
the shit was a nigga being. Yeah, that was my whole mind frame of it. I'm in the area. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember when I walked out in there as a man and seeing that shit like.
Like, wait, man.
Tolerance for niggas?
Niggas?
What the fuck going on around here? But yeah, so go ahead, bro. I mean, that was some interesting thing. West Carrollton. Yeah, we talking to you.
So like, other than like, you feel like you using the race car when like, you feel me, when you being a capitalist, you know what I mean?
Just
what was some times that like you did feel like it was some?
Excuse me, y'all mind if I kill the rest of this?
Go ahead, man.
Man, do your thing. Here our wine. When you want to get lit a little bit. When you, yes, sir.
Wine, man. I'm gonna go tap in. Gonna get you there. Sure.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have some of this on the party bus.
Hey, that's lit. So like, other than when you use the race car, was there some times where like you did feel like a racial undertone to some of the things that was happening?
It was one particular teacher who I really felt like was truly racist.
Let's talk about it.
It was my social studies teacher. She was like Miss Williamson.
Irony.
And she was like, she used to pick me out. Like, it used to be weird. Like, we'd be in class and shit. I'd be head low in my papers and shit. She just picked me up to come do some shit on the board, knowing damn well I don't know this shit. Feel me? So I'm look up. I'm like, I pass it. Feel me? You see all these other kids. Those white got their hands up. Why you keep on picking me?
Right.
I pass. No, I insist. All right, I'm gonna show my ass dance. But it was her. She always, you feel me? And then when I used to disrupt the classroom when she put the spotlight on me,
right?
Because I felt some type of way about her doing
that. Showtime at that point,
right? So I show my ass and she straight give me the attention and shit. It just feel like I ain't winning. I'm lose. Like, so it was that type of shit. But I got smart and found out shit. Tell the principal on their ass, and I got out her class. Like, no, for real. It was either that or my mama beat her ass.
So like, you go into a valuable lesson, which I'm gonna go later on. There's a difference between snitching and telling, right? Telling is when you are legally within your right to say I ain't being wronged. Right? Snitching is when you're I was so young. I think I was like in 4th grade or 5th grade, maybe 5th grade or some shit. Right. So I knew like that what she was doing was out of line though, because she would do extra shit. You feel me? I'm trying to go to the bathroom. She telling me no, but as soon as the white person asks, she like shit like that. But I just went to the principal and told him to call my mama. You feel me? I got my mama ass like, hey you feel me? This teacher, you feel me? Yeah, because mom do it right.
The principal ain't gonna give a damn. You feel me? That this is teachers like you feel me? He with them, so I got mama to get on their ass, and that was all it had took. She come up there, on one.
Wait. Imagine your principal walking there. All right, little Ronnie Raxz. Sure, he's picking on you, little Ronnie.
Man.
So, but like, what was one good thing like you liked about the change of going to a different type of middle school?
I like that our courses was more advanced than Dayton Public. So like,
say that.
When I came back to Dayton Public, it was like the shit they were teaching in my freshman year, I had already learned in middle school in West Carrollton, so I had to get advanced classes. So that's one thing that I had benefited from, like the shit, the typing classes and all that annoying shit. All that shit they gave us was really handy, because when I went there, it was like it wasn't no need to teach these courses to me. I already got it.
What was your first moment of seeing that when you went to Dayton Public? Like when you came back, and what school did you go to if you mind me asking?
I went to the Dale.
Meadowdale,
yeah,
man. Meadowdale,
Meadowdale hat. You got a Meadowdale hat.
Look, I felt so accomplished graduating from there. He told me that shit was like for it was for monkeys.
Huh?
He said he went back to the same school I went to. Was like, man, bro.
Oh yeah. Peanut said it was hard as fuck. He like, damn, man, I don't know. These niggas, they're trying to be funny.
That's the best joke you ever told.
Hey,
man, I did great in school, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so if you went to Meadowdale, what the very first thing you saw that like you was like, yo, like this is for feel me, I'm advanced. What was your first I'm advanced moment?
Every nigga in his homeroom. He looking around this motherfucker like, I'm advanced. First day.
He took on a damn eraser.
Right. Right, the teacher showing on a fucking eraser.
That's funny as hell. No, it was okay. It was simple shit like social studies. They was teaching the Anne Frank story. I had already learned that at a couple grades. Be fine. We already read that. You feel me? So like, why is y'all teaching this freshman year in high school? I had already did this. You know what I mean? Or it was like the geometry. You know what I mean, or algebra 2, which we took when we was in grade school. We were starting on algebra 2 and then going into geometry. You feel me? So it was the things like them courses that I had already learned, and I'm telling the teacher, and then when I'm explaining the algorithm to him, he's like, okay. So it was shit like that I knew, like, oh yeah, they behind in school out here. So you feel me? I told my people, like, they need to bump me up. So they gave me an assessment test and shit like that, and placement test.
That's hard.
Damn, that's what's up.
That's hard. So I mean, so like, what kind of you know, like confidence did that give you when it came to you knowing like you were advanced at that point?
I don't know. It really wasn't a confidence because like being smart wasn't cool when I was younger. So it was like I'm trying to figure out a way to hide this shit, still kick it with my niggas and shit. Like I'm still trying to figure out how to dumb down because me not knowing that I wasn't gonna be in them same classes with my homies. Like you feel me? I wouldn't have not had did that, but. So I was taking courses with different people that I didn't even grow up with, you feel me? I didn't know, so it forced me to kick it with older people, older classmen and shit like that. Yeah.
Did you like your investment classes?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I wasn't corny though, so it was like everybody fucked with me. It was cool. It was alright. I had to still eat with my grade, my class though. That was the only weird shit. I gotta eat with y'all.
Yeah.
The hell? Yeah.
Right. So like, how was you being like receptive at home with you being so like, you know what I'm saying, like advanced in school? Like, was mom and them like trying to push you, or were they trying to just let you go a little bit? Like, what was it like?
Yeah, my mom, she used to push me to do anything I put my mind to. That was her whole motto. You could be anything you put your mind to. So she was like, she ain't never limit whatever my ideas was. You feel me? That's one thing I loved about her. You feel me? So I always had the idea that I could do anything I put my mind to because I really used to execute shit fast.
And man, me listening to you talk though, and even when y'all was younger, you know what I'm saying? Like, you and Lil Bruh have always been just bright, like for real. You know what I'm saying?
The vocabulary for sure.
What other type of stuff beside, you know what I'm saying, outside the hood, you know? Like, what other type of things interested you? Just let's say academically.
Yeah. Shit. When I was in school, like, what other interesting academics? Like,
well, not even just school, but I'm just saying, just period, just life. Something outside of music and gangster shit, just like some other type shit, like science or.
I mean, shit, it wasn't like, wasn't working on science projects and shit, but like we used to play games and shit. Yeah. But like when I got older, I used to be into the bullshit. Now I'm trying to figure out which age was I when you saying, because I had different curriculums at different ages.
Yeah, for sure. So like I think when I used to like shit like I don't know if I liked anything with academics and shit. But I know in science, though, that one time they let us, like, dissect some shit. And I thought that shit was, like, so cool, man. I don't know. Maybe y'all never did that type of shit, though.
I think that, too.
I got another way of
yeah.
So, like, normally, like, around middle school, where we start to fill ourselves out, where, like, we're kind of, you know what I'm saying, we kind of in the middle of where we can become anything when it comes to where we want to be. Back at that point in your life, if there any other path you think you could have chose that you could have been successful at?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And what would that have been?
I feel like that I could have been successful in being an accountant. I feel like, because I do them numbers, I feel like I could have been successful.
That's a bar, Smith.
Been a lawyer.
That's a bar, Smith. Do them numbers. Yeah.
Been a lawyer because I could point out shit and arguments that's gonna be the end of the conversation. I feel like I could have really been anything, you know. I really could have I sat down and put my mind to, but something that I wanted to pursue that I really seriously was thinking about being a traveling journalist. Or working in computers. Computer engineering was my major when I went to college, and I minored in business.
So you know how to code?
Code? I wasn't learning coding, but I actually was learning I was learning the inside, so I actually know how to like take down the modem, break it down, know how to read the motherboard, find the CPU unit to the
you can solder and all that type of
to the soundboard, to the I/O. Like, you know what I mean? I was learning how to actually take your computer and modify it, put it back together, and with some tweaks on it. You know what I mean? So I was dealing with the hardware, not actually the software.
I see it in you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was the whole reason for asking that question and you tightened it up a lot better, but to get that answer, bro, you know? Like, man, a lot of brothers that we bring in here, man, you know, we be in our little walks of life, whichever way we go. But what really made me ask you that is to say your mom always told you that you could be anything you wanted to be.
For sure.
And that goes, I mean, you can be the most poetic MC, rapper, artist is the right word to say ever. But on the same time, bro, you're versatile enough to do that and break down motherboards and be a computer engineer, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I see it in you, bro. Like,
that's what I was gonna ask you, though.
High intelligence, bro.
Like, what you wanted, like during that time, what you wanted to be when you what you saw yourself being when you wanted to be?
Well, shit. I mean, I feel like I really ain't know myself and found out what I really wanted to do in life until I did my long prison stint. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's when I really, really got to be real with myself, you feel me? Because it stripped me from everything. It stripped me from my loved ones. It stripped me from my physical possessions. It stripped me from my thoughts, because it's like you never know what to expect, you know what I mean? And with the sentence that I had, I didn't even know if I was coming home, so I really got to find my true self for what I wanted to do and with myself in life in there.
So I'm gonna ask you, so like, so back when you was in high school, what were the steps that led to you being eventually incarcerated?
Shit, in high school, it was probably me finessing them Arabs on them damn iPhones and shit, and then probably some checks or something once or twice. But that was probably the start of anything illegal for real.
Right. So like eventually you get, you know what I'm saying, like apprehended. I mean it's already public knowledge. So like, what did you get like arrested for?
Aggravated robbery, felonious assault, carrying concealed weapon, weapons on disability. I was already a felon. My first number was aggravated burglary. Physical.
What's the aggravated mean?
Aggravated meaning that it was a weapon involved, due to the time of the nature of the crime. So that's all that really means, or a weapon in any type of sense.
Yeah. Because like they do that because sometimes like you get the gun thrown out even though you did the offense, so they put the ag on there just so you still can take a hit for it.
They can lesser the charge, because sometimes they throw the aggravated charge on if a person absolutely says or implements a gun instead of the crime, but if they don't got one for the time for it to go to preliminary hearing, then they got to drop it to a lesser charge. So it'd be robbery without physical harm.
Yeah.
F2.
So, but like let's go from, you know what I'm saying, you being, you know what I'm saying, super smart, come from middle school, you go back to high school, you are, you know what I'm saying, pushed into like the IP classes, or you know, call it, you know what I'm saying, like the better classes. Then now you get into trouble, and then you get, you know what I'm saying, your first felony. What's it like when you run past mom at that situation?
And shit, my mom felt like she was disappointed, because she literally done tried everything in her power to like to, you know, guide me from them streets, but I don't know, you can't make somebody, you know what I mean, you gotta let them learn on their own, or try to show them something else in another light. And since she stopped hustling, so you know what, life wasn't what it was, so I feel like I had to make the money in the house. So I don't know, we wasn't agreeing to the terms, but like she was upset with me at the end of the day for me getting in some trouble. But she was more upset because I had got shot up. I had got shot 3 times, and
what was the situation?
And shot the person. So it was like,
keep it
no, I mean, no, it was just that shit. That was my first charge. You feel me? It was like me and my peoples and shit. We was at the crime scene, and bullets was through one way, and bullets was through the next way, and people got hit. I don't know nothing else what happened, but I got charged and shit.
Right.
So I got probation, but I took it light.
So like, we gonna get into details, but was this somebody who was, you feel me, in a situation where they could have been stand up, or it was a situation where you got apprehended by the police because you was identified in the, feel me? Or
No, it was a situation where they could have been stand up. It was like my first time.
I hate that shit right there.
That shit, yeah, they could have been stand up because they was acting stand up the day that shit happened. You feel me? So they should have kept that shit like that.
Man, you share that one.
Okay, so since you went to jail, like, do you feel like that made you today? Part of who you is, like the stuff that you.
Yeah, I feel like that's the reason why I'm still alive and why I'm doing my music now today. Yeah, I definitely do.
What was the first adjustment? My bad.
What's some of the things that you came across that you feel like changed you today?
My mother passing, my father passing, being homeless.
Reality.
Yeah, it's just reality. Yeah, I basically it's like shit. I can only depend on myself because like, and I say that not to say that to like say that I don't have support and a system and people to love me because I do, but initially, when you go in them walls, you only going in there with yourself. When you go in them fights and when you get in them situations, you get in arguments with them COs, you in there by yourself. Nobody else is going through this shit with you, you feel me? So and it's like when I say I'm in there by myself, it's because at times where family members ain't picking the phones up and they can't be supportive or they you know what I mean, they ain't clearly understanding or not doing what I need them to do, I gotta fight this battle myself. Because it has to get done or it's gonna be.
But I just want to say this. People that don't have their parents from the time that they hear and from the time that they pass away, they make it. Like, they survive. Like, I hear you, I do. Because my cousin, he don't got his mama or his daddy. And he only like 10. So them people, they strong, for real.
And Smith is another, just like recipient of that award as well, man. So, like, who held you down the most, like, during that bid, though? I mean, like, there had to be somebody that was, you feel like a lifeline for you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the love there.
I don't know, but we gonna say consistently, but my brother, my grandfather, they was the most too that was there, as far as financially. You know, my grandfather, he ain't come up to visit. You know, he was older in his condition, so I understood that. Bro came up, visit, shot through. I had a few aunties show up and show out for me while I was incarcerated. But yeah, that was about it though.
Okay. So, what's your plan while you sitting there in that bunk? What's your plan for when you come home? And how much time did you do on the first joint?
My first number, I served 2 years. And it kind of seemed like it continued on because I was only 7 months out until I did 10 years. So, but my mind was on my music. Like, I was focused on my music after my first number, but I didn't execute it. I came home, I was playing. I mean, like, I didn't even go to the studio and record a full, complete song type playing, like.
All right. So, like, we got, you know what I'm saying, it's like a couple of your songs or whatever. You got Cattle Too Much, which was on Bankroll, Infinity LLC 2020.
Yeah, I was locked up when I released that.
Oh, word. So, like, what was the, you know what I'm saying, like, what was the thought pattern behind that? You know what I'm saying, like, I mean, you in the middle of being locked up and you ready to come home, or is it kind of like, you know,
I
test
felt
the water a little bit?
I felt like while the song was created during that time, I felt like people would tell you anything you wanted to hear to your face, period. I feel like you couldn't believe nothing for face value. You can only hear, now this was, well, I believe you can only believe one thing you see and two things you hear. So meaning like, you don't believe it if you only see it once, and you don't believe it until you hear it twice. See what I'm saying? So it was like that. I could never believe nothing for face value. You always had to double check and see what a person was saying to be truthful, because anybody could be anything in there. So I felt like Capping Too Much was like, that was what I was
looking for. Who pursued you to do music?
Ooh. My mama, man. I was in a hole. Like, cause when I got locked up, I wanted to do business, so I did business all the way through and through for a couple of years. I didn't focus on music till 2017, incarcerated, and it was my mom's dying letter. It was her last letter that I received when I was in the hole of Lebanon, right before I found out she had passed away. So And then I remember in real detail that she was saying that, son, you should have stayed focused on doing something you was good at and possibly could have been great at, and that was your music. And she said that God blessed me with you two, which was you and your brother, and y'all calling was to do music, you know, and God has a purpose for y'all. And I wish that you would stay focused on that. And, like, that was the last letter, that was the last words that I seen, like, from my mom. Like, I never got to hear her voice ever again. And, like, that shit just sat on my mind forever.
Bro, when y'all used to come to the shop back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Did y'all get grills back then?
Yeah, y'all remember I had came when we was 13? Yeah, y'all.
How old was you?
I was 13.
13?
Yeah.
What about little bro?
He was 11. He was 11, but Smoot got one at 12. He was 12 when he got his, and I was 13.
So, just like, so you know, like, man, his mom always came to my store. I don't know how, but like, out of the course of me being in business for all this time, I've only met a few people that I have been like really friends with that I always remember. You know, and well, you guys was in my commercial, or what was it? Well, it was the movie.
It was the movie.
We was the movie. We was in the movie.
It was a skit. It was the beginning of the first movie you did.
Yeah,
That's hard.
but they was my little bros. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we just come up to the shop, they chop it up. But their mom believed in them so much, man. She was like, great.
There we go.
So, just loving, bro. The word is loving. You know what I'm saying? Like, so cool with me. And we just chop it up. She always got her boys with her. And they come in. What's up with you? Like, we was family. And then our families married.
What?
Yes.
I got a best friend where like he was my cousin. He's my best friend. We became cousins later because I found he's married too.
Our family's married, bro. Yeah, my brother and Sharika, your auntie, right?
No, my cousin.
Your cousin.
Yeah.
But you know, she a little older than
yeah.
you, so it's kind of like, but yeah, and like we all at their wedding together, and it was just all like it was all meant to be, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like my reason for bringing that up is because she believed that you guys are famous, like getting them goals. They was young kings at this point. You know, and no other mother.
Yeah, your team's still growing. She put something in there, like, yeah, she believing.
Well, what I'm saying is, no other mother did that for their kids like that. But a grill is probably one of the most prized possessions a 13-year-old could have. 13, you got a grill, you lit at this point. Yeah, you real lit.
With a Psychic 2 in 2003. What?
Yeah.
I thought I was doing my thing. You heard me? I was like, what?
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? So for her to write you that letter, she meant what she was saying, that she really believed that you was the person to be uplifted and extraordinary.
Right.
For sure.
She definitely
For
did.
sure. All day.
So your song Day One, which is one of my favorite tracks, you talk about losing your mom in that story, and you also talk about losing your dad. What was that experience like to go in and then lose your mom while you locked up, and then lose your dad before you come home, or was this after?
Before I came home.
Okay.
Man, that shit seemed, it was like just getting over or being content with the fact that you lost someone so significant to you, and then leaning on another significant person through so long, because like you gotta think, my dad was my bank, he was my confidant, he was my confidant, you feel me? He really helped me so much through that bid because he was making sure I was straight, you feel me? Like, you know, and that's what I meant to say in the beginning. If it was dad, for real,
It was constant.
dad, like, because like as soon as he got out the feds and I found out when we got back in touch, it was like he was there constantly. It was every time I called, as you know, he never missed a call ever. So you know what I mean. So it was like through 7 years, probably 6-7 years straight, never missed a phone call. Anytime I sent money, always had it, kept it, never used it, came up with an excuse. He was solid through and through. So to lose somebody like that, man, I didn't even think I was prepared for it coming home, because I had so much relying on him being there, you feel me? I was lost. You feel me? I lost him when I had 6 months left to coming home, so I just didn't know what to do. Didn't have no money. I lost all my money on the PayPal account, about $8,000. My car, they liquidized everything, all his assets when he passed. So it was tough, bruh. I ain't gonna lie, it was tough as fuck.
What made you keep going from your mom passing and your dad passing?
It was my niggas from prison. It was the support. It was the phone calls I was getting, and them telling me, man, like, we told you this was gonna happen, bro. Like, everything ain't just gonna happen overnight, bro. You gotta keep going. And my brother, you know what I mean? My brother used to let me know, like, shit, you know, he right here. He you know, talking me through this shit, because it be so many times where I'm ready to tweak out and go back to doing some bullshit real quick. And they really try to keep me focused and shit, because the money was really fucked up when I first got home, and I ain't know how to live like that.
So like reason why I like that Day One track is because I'm saying you was super vulnerable in that, and to me, I like that about my artists. You feel me? Like if you can go there with me, I'll go there with you. You feel me? And like another part that like you said, which I really didn't understand, because I don't know a situation like that. But you said like somebody warned you about Shaq. Like,
yeah,
was it your mom or was your dad?
It was actually my brother. My brother, he warned me about Shaq and said something to me, and he was like, he put the bug on my ear, and my dad followed up, but my dad didn't know that my brother felt some type of way. It was just, I thought the guy Shaq was genuine and how we rock and shit, and it was just like my brother had said something about how he moved, and was like, do you really know him? And I'm like, yeah, we good. We met him in the county and shit, and he kind of like just always had a red flag up. And then my dad said something to me about him being around. He ain't really want to I'm around when I'm with him and shit. And so that's what I was really getting at. How my brother and my dad, I knew my brother would know that I was talking about too.
So man, bro, let's get to some of the fly shit too. You feel me? Like that No Soda track, my nigga. Like that No Soda track is that joint on there, bro. Like that shit is hard. You feel me? Like what was the mindset behind that? You know what I'm saying? Like to me, like that's the one on the low.
Yeah.
But of course you got 1, 2, 3s and 100 of ones. But
appreciate that.
Walk through the No Soda track.
Shit, No Soda was more like, I'm about to turn them up with this one. Shit, it's time, like, you feel me? I got so much heartfelt shit out, like, you feel me? They kind of know my story. I want to turn them up now and get on this soft shit, you feel me? And act the ass. So it was kind of like starting to do that more upturn shit, you feel me? And get in my zone type music.
So would you consider yourself kind of an R&B kind of guy that rap on the low, or is it kind of like you a rapper, but you kind of sing too a little bit? Yeah, there you go. Good answer. See, look.
Very versatile.
Keep her with you, right? She's like, I ain't got to answer that one.
What's your favorite part about making music? The video or the studio?
There we go.
It's probably the studio. I love the way how I can create how I come out, like, and I picture it and envision it, because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna go to, that's what they buying into, is that sound.
So studio or performing?
I like performing depending on the crowd energy. So, you know, that depends. So sometimes I done had shows where the energy be low, and I be like, damn, I gotta, you feel me, get in my mode, you feel me, turn my own stuff up, like, you feel me? So sometimes I pick studio over performing depending on the energy, you feel me? But sometimes you get in there and be like, yeah, it's turn, I'm about to turn this bitch up, and then that's when I go out of town at like Texas, Atlanta, Tennessee.
So let's talk about Texas since we there.
Yeah.
The Texas interview, you gonna run that back?
You funny.
You gonna run that back? Hey, what happened at the Texas interview?
Man, he was funny, bro. He was just basically getting into things that was like, he was rationalizing, snitching. I was over there, I was tweaked.
What was his exact term for like rationalizing it?
He was like, now, if I was riding with my homie and my homie had some bricks in the trunk of my car and I get pulled over, I'm telling on him. I'm like, damn. They just threw me out as soon as he said that. I was like, well, well, you just straight to the point, huh? You feel me? I was like, cool about that. Then he was all questioning me and my managers and shit. Like, I just didn't like that. I just felt like he was coming for me. You feel me? And I was like, okay. You feel me?
Yeah, At no point did you feel like that today, right?
Nah.
We got a little sauce.
Hold on, I know he don't want to offend. Yeah, Peanut.
Somebody,
You did something wrong. I can't put my finger on it, but you did something wrong in this interview. Oh my God!
Nah, we don't rock like that.
That's how you coming.
We don't rock like that, bro.
Give me
the Westwood.
Give me one of them.
Oh yeah.
Give me one of them boys.
Give me one of them. That's how you coming. You just throwing salt. Give me one of them.
So here, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like now you getting your bag together and that type of stuff. Me and Smith actually taking donations for our legendary time machine. Right?
Yes.
You can donate to our time machine.
Can't
so
wait.
we can finally do this in front of the guest audience where you can go back in this time machine. Where would you go in your life and what would you say to Ronnie Raxz back then? Where would you go and what would you say?
Damn. Well, shit. I would say to Ronnie Raxz pertaining to my career, correct? I would have said you need to go ahead and go with your first mind and work with whoever willing to work with you. Because we had people coming at us wanting to work with us, and our team was turning everything down. And it was like they was seeing we was gaining some buzz locally, and they was trying to expand it. And we just didn't take no opportunities outside of our own team. So I felt like we should have. I would have advised myself to that and advised myself to get the hell out of Ohio.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get out of Ohio.
Yes.
So fresh off a Stretch album with the FOS Entertainment. Walk us through the imprint and walk us through this project. 7 songs of fire, man. I love every song on there. I'm saying that publicly, bro. I love it. I love it.
Appreciate that. Real talk.
So like, walk us through the.
My brother Yellow Pain told me the same thing for sure.
It's out the yellow, man, for sure.
But the name Fresh Off a Stretch Entertainment originated from when you fresh off a stretch. I just noticed that the energy is different.
Yeah.
Your drive is different towards your goals and dreams and aspirations. You see what I'm saying? And so I felt like embodying that because all the great artists that has been coming, platinum song artists is becoming out of these walls, and it's just they hunger so much more than what the next man want. It's just so crazy. So I thought that'd be a perfect imprint for a label explaining how my artists are hungry, because I really seek artists from prison. I'm about to work with a case manager at Mansfield to go in the Mansfield prisons and talk, and I'm about to work with a case manager, Miss Parker, out of Warren, and try to go in there and talk. So
That's hard.
yeah, so.
Do you feel like you're in your highest level in your career?
Nah, not yet. Not
Where you
even
wanna
close.
go? What's
Man,
next?
I'm talking about. I had so many plans this year. Like we about to be on the
Go 2
road.
out, at least 2.
Huh?
Go 2 out, at least 2.
Touring non-stop and collecting a back end every night.
There we go. And he meant that up both ways. So, man, before I get to the butterfly effect, you want to play this snippet?
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
You gotta take it from the beginning.
All the way from the tippy. Come on, man, bro.
He got the 3
Well, this
legs,
big
baby.
ass
And he got the
light in the
MacBook
way.
too.
No. Like from the top, bro. You gotta go to the top.
You gotta scroll
Okay.
it around. Yeah.
Trying to see.
About to get a Steph Curry on from long range.
Long range editing on you niggas. Alright, here we go. And 5, 4,
You so funny.
3, 2, 1.
Word,
Man, that's hard as
man.
fuck.
So, bro, like that's fire, man. Like, walk us through this snippet here. You got your man Slat Zai with you.
Yeah. Well, shit. We knocked the song out in a day. I came up with a hook, and like I was just writing, and like I'm like, shit, I want to write a song where I'm just going crazy through the whole bitch, and then I want to put an artist on this motherfucker to go crazy. So like, I really didn't know, but I had so many celebrity contacts. It's like once I put my mind to it, I just started writing all my niggas on Instagram. Like, so whichever one wanted to hop on it, I gave them the opportunity type shit like that. So I reached out to like Action Pack AP, Slad, T-Rail, and he was on the road, action packed. He was out to go on the road to do some extra stuff. His manager, so Slap got in there, sat with me, so we got on that project. And like for real, I was a fan of Slap music before I came home. Like I got hit to him when I was in prison when he had that song with Hot Boy, and did the song with Pooh Shiesty. So I knew he was hot. He was a hot enough artist for me to be able to put on my single release. I was really waiting, you know. I got another artist, so like Sally Sosa, on the song, and she a big artist, but we waiting to hold that for the rollout, you know. So we about to hit them hard though.
She gonna be on tour?
She actually on tour right now with Flo Milli, but she not gonna be on the tour with us. My tour, I'm probably gonna be on tour opening for some Authentic Empire artists and probably some other SCE artists out in North Carolina and Charlotte. So.
Starting in the summer or some?
Yeah. After the release of this single, for real, we gonna probably start up in the next 2 months. I'm gonna keep doing my shows, local, regional, outside of the city, and bringing the city out, you know, on a party bus, and keep that going once a month. And then once I get on the road, I'm gonna give an opportunity for a couple artists to open up for me on my set.
Dayton will be one of the cities?
I really don't know. I think it's gonna be Cincinnati. Won't probably be one of them though. Only because I don't think they reached in with no Dayton promoters, but I'm pretty sure that they'll be able to adjust the tour once we get going anyway. How
many hours or days do you put in like your sessions? Like, do you got a certain schedule that you go by when you go to the studio, or you just go in here?
I like to get at least 4 songs a week done, so we can work 2 added to the tape, 2 could be possible singles. And that's how I like to work until I'm fully not working. Because right now, you know, I'm co-CEO of my own label, and so like I have to be a lot of hands-on with the business aspect until I hire a team to be able to handle a lot. So right now, I'm managing the music, taking care of the music part of also making sure that the business part aspect is getting handled too. So I make sure I stick to at least 4 songs a week.
So, like, what's next for you? Like, besides that, I mean, you got anything coming up besides the tour, something like that?
Yeah. Well, right now, I got 2 distribution deals on the table. 1 single getting distributed with Authentic Empire, and then we're about to work another single out with Big Empire, and I think it's called Social Currency Enterprises with King Carter.
Right.
So I personally talked to him, and he's like my liaison, and so they're going to work a single, and we're going to see which one or where it go, who I hit harder with.
So yeah, man, like I definitely want you to make sure, you know what I'm saying, like you take a couple of them Dayton artists with you, you know what I'm saying? You got the Candy Bars, you got G,
yeah, they working on something together. Yeah, him and Candy about to get on the track soon too.
Man, I do Ray Sean Reese, you know what I'm saying? He dope. Flam, of course. Who's some other local? DeMarco, you know what I mean? For sure, do something like that. But anyway.
What about G-Field's son?
G-Field's son, yeah, for sure.
I ain't seen LeBron forever.
Yeah, and he's doing pretty good too. I think he got some traction too.
What's his name?
I don't know, but I just love
G-Field. Interview.
Him and G-Field look just alike.
For real?
They're on each other.
They're twins, bro. You won't know the difference down there, bro.
Remember, I owe G-Field a point. Remember when I posted on Platinum Blacks? I put his son's picture on the plaque, and he's like, "Man, that's my son."
Damn.
Yeah, if we go to our thing, yeah, for sure.
But that is a mistake that you could make easily, man, and that's real tight.
I keep my point then.
No.
I do it.
He over here taking his own points and shit crazy.
So look, here on the Let It People podcast, we had a thing called the butterfly effect. There's something you said during the course of the interview or something I found in the course of my research. I found it truly profound and amazing, bro. Just you hearing your story about, you know what I'm saying, you know, like you envision your pops as boom, you know what I'm saying, the person who really took care of you. But I look at, you know what I'm saying, your dad who was locked up, you feel me, and what he didn't have, and for your dad to provide that for you was some of the craziest. I just sit here and listen to you tell this story, and I'm just like, bro, I see the symmetry in your life, and it's always that type of sacrifice from somebody else to help us get to the very next level. Because when you going through this turmoil, like me and Smith was talking earlier today about that kid that fell off that roller coaster.
Man, I didn't
And
know
then,
horrible.
and then, like in my head, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think about it while he talks to me about it. And this man was saying, man, what is the reason behind this? What is the reason behind this? And then when I hear stories of your dad having to sacrifice all that time, and then for you to understand what time means and what that means now you can look at it and say, man, I wish I would have. It's changed the way you look at the fabric of life. And you are like a true story of that, because what you doing now, bro, is simply amazing. What you've been through, that time sitting on that mat, that time when you had to stand up when other niggas couldn't, is going to be a reason why you going where they shouldn't, bro.
Yeah, for real.
That's a
Sure.
So, bro, you are unequivocally a legend, bro. And whatever you do past this is extras. Because where the fuck we come from, nigga, we happy with extras. We happy with just the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Everything you get from this point on is extra. So, like, the day you have him, nigga, it's funny how you came in here and you was mad about it. I don't know you enough to even be fly with you like that. But you having a bad day. I was having one of the bad days of my life today, bro. And I seen it in you. Me and Smed talked earlier today. Smed having a bad day. But I ain't mean to snitch on you, Smed, but listen, the thing that I told him was, bro, anything past this shit extra, bro. Like, we both be happy. Like, I ain't mad at nothing for real.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of the world, bro, it's a fucking war going on right now, bro. It's fucking wild, all type of wild shit going on right now.
Fake war.
all that. So, bro, you got motherfuckers who can't even figure out how the fuck they putting gas in their car, and I don't even look at it when I'm doing it. But I'm mad at today.
Yeah.
And it's somebody who choosing between gas and food for their family, bro.
Right.
So, bro, we straight, bro. But I'm telling you, bro, keep going.
Yeah.
And always power back in, bro, because you never know, bro. Nigga, we the ones supporting you. We the real niggas that support you. Not that corny shit that's cute in a picture. The real niggas supporting you.
Yeah.
For sure.
I just want to say it started off when you was young. How you said, like, when you was in the advanced classes, that's why I asked you that. Like, when you had to isolate yourself, it be meant for you to isolate yourself from certain people.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
that
real.
changed your whole thought process.
That's real. That's the only time I wrote a song was when I went to the hole, so definitely real.
Yeah.
That,
Just my particular observation is like, man, bro, I see so many bros, man, that come into this podcast. Like, we interviewed all type of people from different walks of life, but all of them are special.
Yep.
You know, if you wasn't, then you wouldn't be here.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but for you, bro, I see a little more special. I just feel like, man, that you can do a lot, man, you know, and I just think that you can do a lot more than rap. And I'm not down in the rap because your music, like, you so talented, you can do it all. Like, you could do anything you put your mind to. And just never rule out your highest positive purpose
Go far.
for you to do something much greater and bring a bigger, broader audience, and, man, just giving the people what they need. Like you could give people just a lot, bro. You know, you've been through a lot, but your type of story is the story that's meant to be told. Like, bro, you did 10 years in prison, you know, and you get out and you look much better than people who've been out here working on some shit the whole time.
Say that,
And so the ability to be able to propel yourself fast, you know, that application can be put to many different platforms, you know, like more than rap, more than whatever the fuck we else do that's kind of like that shit probably come easy to you, man. Yeah. So if you, like, actually attack something that might be a little more difficult, like, man, you would see that you are just capable of doing a lot of things. And that's all, you know, not to say you shouldn't be trying to rap, but just to know, like, for whatever reason, if that shit don't manifest itself for you fast enough, it's only because you're supposed to do something that could be greater.
Niggas say be greater.
Yeah.
Be greater. You are great.
Yeah, you big dog. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You got something greater inside of you.
And, like, for your particular situation, it's addition by subtraction. Your mom, so it seems like she's gone, but she's really with you even more. Your dad, it seems as though he's gone, but he's with you even more. Like, all of these angelic situations are around you, bro. They giving you advice. They like some of the shit when you saying it, you just kind of like hear yourself and like, damn, I said some shit. That's because, you know, the greater forces is kind of just guiding you. We got our guides in place. And when your people so close to you pass like that, they only getting it ready for when we eventually go to where we gonna go. But while we here, we still kind of like giving you that direction. Yeah. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you got a lot to conquer. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely on the beginning, only the beginning of what you gonna do.
For sure.
You know, great things, bro. Great things, bro. You got a great mind on you, King.
Sure, man.
Real shit.
So with that being said, though,
I'm sure you said a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
A lot of equipment.
what's next then? That's what's next.
Well, after we conquer music, I really want to do a video game called Music Network, Unsigned Artists, connected to an app and a website. So basically, it'd be like a virtual world for musicians who don't feel comfortable exposing themselves out in the real world. So you can actually.
We need to talk to you. I got the right place today.
The motherfucking metaverse.
Here. Take a point.
Bro, you in the fucking place. You in the fucking
I already copyrighted this since I was in prison and filed a utility patent.
Okay. Metaverse, like you.
Oh yeah. I remember I went to school for computer engineering, so that's
no.
I don't got no.
No, we gonna talk to you about that when we get off camera.
Okay.
We talking off camera. So, Smed, you went in with a little bit of commercial or something.
Hey, man. Hey,
we got some business to talk. Look, cigar crack with my man B.
First of all,
DNA cigars.
First of all, we went
one next time.
First. Trying to say that.
He ain't back into his DJ shit.
First of all, when you want to get lit a little bit, get you some motherfucking Kiara wine, man. Contact my brother.
Open up the other.
Like none other, Antoine Cunningham on Facebook, or you can swoop it at More for Less. Cheeks got the best.
Open another one.
Kiara, we're gonna need another couple bottles for the set.
This is the owner right here. The Kiara wine owner, he pull up on us. You know what I'm saying? Man,
I got that with the truck.
hey, you guys, Sheiks for breakfast, Agnes All Natural Grill for lunch. If you ever get injured, call attorney Michael Wright, 937-222-7477. Make the right choice with attorney Michael Wright. TheShopArea.com is like the baby Amazon. The shop. I just gotta keep doing that shit, man, so I can try to talk, man. The shop area.
Wait.
I'm tired.
Was that bitch y'all make them smaller?
Oh yeah, let me quake you. Here you go. Nah, y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up today. Here, yeah, y'all know, Jay. I got you. Say less. Damn, please let me do this shit. Yeah, there they go. Now. TheShopArea.com is like the baby Amazon. Delivery is always free from the store to your door. And for T-Shirt Kings, go for your mouth, and Camera King Studios and the Smetaverse, the Metaverse. Man, come and see me at the.
I'm the one who came up with the Smetaverse.
Well, before I give you a point, I'm gonna just raise you back up and raise you back up. There you go. That's your point.
Man, B, now I'm taking part now.
Man, go get you an Oculus headset, man, and come and pull up, man. Me, my bro P Dashes, bro, we shooting a movie in the metaverse right now, bro, and the shit going crazy. Last night, bro, my whole mall just went crazy. Me and P, we in there shooting our movie and shit, right? So we kind of like just ad-libbing, going from world to world. I said, hold on, bro, let's go to our world. We get there, that shit packed as fuck. So we shooting scenes and shit. It was like really B-Nut. Yeah, you see my bro B-Nut. Yeah, man. You see,
we can see all of this. I can see what's going on.
Oh,
you can, but that's because you haven't set up your guardian boundary on the room scale.
Also,
every nigga is intimidated by the metaverse now that I said that.
I'm gonna be a capitalist and I'm gonna tell you this. Look, if you get in the Oculus, make sure you hit me or Smed up, cause we get $30 for everybody who joins.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
What?
Yeah. I'm a
Join,
I'm a
get,
where I can get back.
What
hey,
be lit
put me
if
first
you
and then
make
Peanut.
crypto for online currency through your virtual world game.
Ain't that
Like
what you
through mine.
don't you run it off of crypto in the
We about to-
metaverse thing?
No,
You
not
don't
the
run
virtual
off
world
of crypto?
game.
We about to talk about it soon we get off camera.
It's well with Decentraland you do, but Horizon no.
Y'all got crypto already?
Yeah. they
All right, y'all, man, we out of here, bro. We love everybody. What we got? Carrie Ivy tomorrow.
Carrie Ivy tomorrow, man. But listen, man, be a capitalist, not a victim. Peanut, man.
Peanut, are you crazy?
We in the middle of a live show. I'm like, we on the freak.
He said you got. He said you got some Ethereum and shit. Like damn, nigga.
This ain't black crypto news, nigga.
Damn, black crypto.
Mic check.
What the fuck going on?
I know I'm on both shows, but damn it.
He done leaked the shit out of this show. They was gonna show y'all this next week, y'all. Don't watch next week. Oops.
I told y'all.
That's right, bro. Man, let's go, man. Hashtag date, man. My bro beat up, man.
Outro, man. I don't like this, man.
Go ahead, man. Here, let me put it right on you and young Shauna Devine.
Okay, we gotta look at the camera for this?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Wait. Stop. Wait. We didn't even get his contact information.
Okay.
You feel me? How we gonna contact you and your manager if you looking for management? Come on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Damn, why you getting mad at me?
Give me a point.
You the one that wanted to finish your shit.
I realized we
back
missing
there.
something.
Damn.
Okay, come
Come
on, Rax. What we got, man?
Yeah.
How we gonna
Shit,
find?
y'all can follow me on IG. Shit, that's official Ronnie Raxz. I'm already at 14.5 thousand followers.
Yes, sir.
This shit, you can fuck with me on Facebook. That's if you only got Facebook. You
Yeah.
feel me? And that's Ronnie Raxz. And you fuck with me on YouTube, and you can reach my manager, FOSLLCNT.
Yeah.
At gmail.com. That's if you send in serious inquiries only. We ain't playing no games around here. Share, you can contact me, DM me, and I'll send you the information.
How much is it to do a feature?
I'm letting the city do it for $5 outside the city of the band.
Yeah.
That's love.
For sure.
So man, thank you guys for tuning in for another heartfelt story on the Legendary Podcast. Legendary people, legendary stories, man. Being capitalist, not a victim, is lit for y'all, man.
It's lit, man.
Yeah.
Let me play this one shit that I like.
Hashtag Dayton.
Hashtag Dayton.
bro.
Yeah. You want to show them the whole video?
Not air it, but
A piece
Oh,
of
bro. We're not gonna drop.
Yeah.
it's only you're gonna see it. He ain't gonna air that one though.
You can show it to
I
them.
know one part of
Y'all
the song.
wanna
I
see
think
the
how to
whole
look.
video?
It says,
Y'all want to see the whole one? But we ain't releasing it yet. We gonna let y'all see it.
I love my diamonds, they shining in unison. I love my diamonds, they shining in unison. That shit hard as fuck.
It's hard.
Yes, sir. We lit. All right, y'all, man. We love everybody. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Carrie Ivy got some NFL and NBA play. That nigga had everybody on the show.